Hail friends, and welcome back to the Raymond Chronicles. Oh man, still jittery from a little bit of that hype ending from the last map. That come down was just massive. Again, only I would be able to have that sort of reaction. Anyone else playing would have just been like, oh, well that's bad, I guess. Yeah, well that's what happens when you have a game custom made for one person. So, I'm actually doing this chapter again. I recorded it yesterday, but I wasn't really satisfied with the commentary, so I'm gonna try again, and hopefully things will be a little bit better. The map itself is also kind of rough. Hopefully, I'll do it a little better than I did on the previous recording. So hey, check it out. We got Mortimer on the left there, who is actually supposed to be one of Tara's bodyguards. Julie was asking a very Lynn-esque question, and then she redacted and was like, "No, I get that a lot. People look at my face, see the scar, assume I got it from an axe. I actually cut myself with a mat. Yeah, I don't like telling people about that." So yeah, time to soldier on. Man, then I'm looking at Mortimer's jacket flaps, and the pillow shading on those is wild. That's an old sprite, man. I keep saying these are old sprites because they are, but these are old sprites where you can really tell the problems at a glance. Anyway, good job, guys. You're right, you managed to find yourself being followed by Mond soldiers, even though you have 4 of them who have turncoated, and 2 of them just happen to have— oh no! Oh no! No! It's Taizel terror! No! The words will flow like a river of blood! Ah! What has madness wrought? Before I interrupted, I was saying, you have 4 Mond soldiers with you, and 2 of them just happen to have dragons. That's not exactly hard to miss. I'm just saying. So anyways, it turns out this map is chapter 6 from A Sacred Dawn DX from the map called Taizel Terror. I have beef with this map, mainly due to its map design, and I'm looking back at it, I'm not exactly very fond of it, because look at this! This map is huge! This map is massive! I threw this in at chapter 6! What the hell was I thinking? So we've got Mortimer's crew of pirates here who are helping out. They won't last long. Give them the benefit of the doubt. They're alright, but they will not last long. Mortimer's a little bit better on the whole. He's a berserker, different from what Galthax class changed into for a barbarian. The name was different. So he's got prescience, shove, and this ability to self-recover. Regeneration is basically 3D SFE renewal, 30% HP regen, which is awesome. I always thought renewal should be like that good. 30% HP regen is just really nice. He's got a great axe. So Mortimer here is a steely-eyed sailor with a knack for cartography. That's right. He's supposed to be one of Tara's bodyguards, replacing Renak in A Sacred Dawn. You tell him chibi. I never actually got to give him a chibi. Although he acts more like Dazla. Was a pirate once, and he and his crew were on a most wanted list at a port Tara visits, but when she destroys his boat in a good old sea battle, he decides to turn over a new leaf and work for Tara instead, seeing that she's got spunk and spades. I didn't think much about him, just wanted to design a pirate character, and I was pleased with the result. He's the character I'm not really wanting to talk about. Character I want to talk about is this guy right here, who's not even a playable character in this. It's Gordo! You can tell he's a newer sprite because he looks a lot cleaner. And he's also rocking that sick tan. And also a battle scar, but also the rugged beard of hopes and dreams. See, what Gordo basically says is that most of the townspeople have just flat out fled the map, and they have left things abandoned, like the vendor and armory are. You can't go into them, but you can choose to search for them and get cool loot instead. So that Amy's got the Shine Ward. So, you're going to have to be really careful with this if you want to get all the items, because you can get stuff with the armory here and the vendor here. And if you're using the Dracos, do be mindful, since they do not have Kanto. Once you pick up the items, they're stuck there. This Draco in particular has a Speedwing that I don't want to steal, but Josh and Julie need to hurry the hell up and not be here. So in this one, this guy needs to come in close, and then Charlie needs to steal it, and then time to go in. The amount of pressure they give you here is massive. Yeah, shove him. It still causes provoke. That's actually kind of funny. Alright, I'm gonna put Winston there. He needs to get experience, like, fast. See, good old Gordo there. He was similar to Mortimer in a couple of respects. Dude's got a laid-back disposition, mostly. A funny way of speaking. Lots of respect for his mates on the open sea. And absolutely loves his wife and son. A more heroic type of seafarer than Mortimer in his youth, he felt like settling down after he had his fill. Once he got married and had a kid, though, he found himself feeling restless and missing the smell of brine. His wife is cool with letting him go exploring again, on the condition he brings back stuff to support his newfound family, and he's not about to let her down. During the time Julie and Josh lie low in Monica's orphanage, Charlie decides to take the rest of the party to rescue some captured prisoners on a secluded island, and he charts a small schooner that Gordo had his sights on. He joins the party upon realizing what kind of trouble they seem to find, and he'd feel bad about letting a bunch of kids do all the heavy lifting and not give them a well-needed hand with his bulk and friendly personality. Gordo's nautical knowledge proves to be helpful a number of times, and Charlie even factors it into his strategies at least once. Gordo is an excellent swimmer, better than most pirates and seafarers, so much so that being in the water may as well seem like being on land to him. It's like an Undine and Igor union. He just gets stronger if he's on water. So Gordo shows up in ASCDX in Taizel, exactly in the same place we saw him now, as the patron of that inn that we see him in. He was written as an acquaintance of the Soto family due to them visiting Grotto a whole bunch to see and hang out with Ruby and her family, and they'd often touch base. He's also a friend with the Redale family. I see him in the intro of Chapter 6, and him chatting well with Angela. Despite Mortimer having been tied into Taro's crew, Gordo was never meant to replace him. He doesn't join in the released version of ACDX, but was intended to at some point. He took Galfax's place in the roster in later revisions, with Galfax appearing later. And then there's Mortimer going in. I always do want to try out spreading a more tan-skinned bloke. He looks a little scary to the kids, but he's nothing but nice to them. And Angela knows the skinning because she treats him with respect. How well does Charlie do against these? With okay, he does some damage to them. Keep that there. I'm gonna keep maybe they just use as offense while the siblings get on it, get on this crew. Cheers for that bolt blade. It's different from Julie's Thunderblade, you know, because it's an actual magic weapon. It doesn't give her weapon doesn't give the hype defense 2, but it does give the hype to conducted skill. It's also a Lion Throne weapon. So yeah, my beef with this map, it's so big. It's so big. Oh my goodness, it's so big. I mentioned this before. Damn, he's strong. I changed all of the movement types for every class to match that of the console games. All infantry had like 6 movement. That's a really good level. Shoot. I want to give him... Actually, you know what? I want to give him, move 1. Movement plus 1. He already has enough defense, and I think he'll be okay. Yeah, I gave all the infantry, 6 movement. Mages kept their movement of 5. Armors got 5 movement. Strength 2. And mounts had extra movement as well. Like they needed the extra help, right? So I had to expand all the map size to compensate. Well, I felt like I should have expanded the map sizes to compensate, even though the GBA's screen resolution was smaller. And I went overboard with this map, which is really funny in particular because this map, I had already designed a more sizable version of this map that was intended to be used in the first build of ASD back when Josh meets Amelia, who's the Ducelle of Sacred Dawn, and you recruit Ryoko in the same map because she's Cormag. And it was a very screen crunched version of this map. Like it was a lot more movement friendly. See, for some reason I really decided, yeah, I'll just make this bigger. God, that was a mistake. The increased map size made this made movement really obnoxious. Yeah, bye. As you see just here, just people trying to go from place to place, and it's just annoying as heck. And when I released the patch for Sacred Dawn DX, I had only just finished Chapter 6's entirety. I didn't even have time to playtest it because I wanted to release it on my birthday. So it was extremely rough around the edges. And yeah, looking back, it shows massively. And oh man, Amy can totally crush this guy. Yeah, time to get these then. These hype speed wings. And Amy can send you to the next dimension. I think I gave the speed wings to Ryan during the last run of this map, so I think I'm gonna do that again. So yeah, the map was in a really rough state, like really rough state, to the point where when Mangs LP'd it, Sacred Dawn DX, he found the map enjoyable because Mangs is crazy and likes things on the really difficult side. But he took umbrage with what's it? This section up here. He thought it was very annoying to grab and get the items there, which he's entirely right. And the reward for getting it was just a character. You recruited Laura in this house, and nothing here. It was just a house, not a village. And he was like, you really should have just had this give you a more proper reward to getting there, because it was a real challenge just to get there. And he was totally right. And the large map size did not help matters at all. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this map design now much anymore. So as you're seeing, Mortimer's crew, they're doing their damnedest to hold off, but they're not doing so great anymore. The thing is, and there's also a big NPC battle, or it's a battle between two non-player factions, which is looked down upon nowadays in the Fire Emblem community. Mainly because it's not, control of the battle is outside of the player's hands, and, well, that's not exactly great, especially in mediums where you can't exactly skip enemy turns or other turns like you can in FEXNA or the 3DS FEs or shit, even in Shadow Dragon. I know I caught flack for this when I did this in Sacred Dawn DX with Chapter 1. My self-insert pretty much has half the map to himself, while the rest of the party just has the upper map, just trying to clear the map normally. It easily could have, that whole section could have very easily been cut out, and nothing of value would have been really truly lost. So this is a call out. Be careful when doing this sort of thing. If you're designing a map for Fire Emblem, if you're going to have other non-player factions square off like an FE4 style, you need to be cautious of how the player's own feelings. If you're a little considerate, then they're just going to look down on your map, and that's not good. You don't want that. You want your maps to be enjoyable. If you're going to do something like this, keep it small scale. Otherwise, I would only do this sort of maps where it would be easier to skip battles. Like in this, you can't exactly skip enemy turns, but you can press start during the map phases, and it'll just go right through them like this. That helps, but it only helps so much. So that's my tip for you guys today. I missed! Morty! No, that's not the way. Oh well. Now ideally, what you want is to have one of the Dracos being bound to snipe this house, just as Julie and Josh are escaping. Since when they both escape, the map ends. I was cutting it extremely close. That'll do it. Alright, time to take this speed wing and enhance the boy. He is now a true boy. Handsome kid. Too bad about the whole map resolution thing. I feel like this map would have been better, suited if it was on an actual console FE with the bigger screen resolution. You gotta take into mind of screen size when doing game design as well. This is why the maps are bigger in FE7X, so they can get away with it. Having a smaller board, having a slightly larger border, a screen resolution, and even having borders if the map feels too big just for the outer edges of a map, which is a neat touch. Right, we're almost out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can get out of here on the next turn. So I have this map 1 basically. So let's just try to get as much as we can. This old man's like, no, please. The girl who was here in the previous continuity is no longer here. She has been retcannoned out of existence. Yeah, Mithril Mail. Plus 2 defense to someone who feels they are worthy of the task. Looks like Ryan has crit charge. Ready, steady. I'm gonna give him speed 2. Quick, easy fix for him. Yoker goes this way, and just massacres this guy. Charlie needs to get a kill. He's behind. He needs to be up to scratch. Alright. New weapon. Actually, I'll pass this off to you so Amy can pick it up. And vulnerary. Yeah, this map is going much better than my previous attempt. I had both Josh and Julie stay behind. And it was a bad way. It was an extremely bad way. Who's left? Amy. Okay. The enemy pressure in this map is massive. Reinforcements just come in from everywhere. Eventually in close to our starting area as well. They do not give you a moment to breathe. So yeah, I just moved Josh and Julie first thing, and I'm in a much better position to clear the map. Getting the items is a little tricky, as you saw. You know, it's not that bad as long as you're careful with how you land your flyers, because they are by far the easiest character just to use to get the items from the place to place. You just have to mind the fact that they do not have Kanto. And there they come. We're not done yet. Let's see if we can get this up a little bit longer. Keep this going. Shoot. The accuracy. The hit variance between each magic blade, just like the spells, is wild. Super wild. With +1. Yeah, this is safe. Rio can hit this guy and she takes damage. Her physical power is incredibly strong. I said it before, I'll say it again. Ryoko and Salver are extremely clutch for Julie's crew in this. They know they're skinny and are just so handy to have around. Yeah, I can do this, no problem. This house is where the Rodales lived in ASDDX. Also been retcanning because they moved out so long. I'll take the talisman. Defense boosters in Fire have always been kind of sus. Because I always just felt like the boost they give just doesn't feel like amount to much, especially in the case of talismans. I always just felt like the +2 res never amounted to much, since magic is usually very formulaic in how it's presented and used for combat. Well, Mortimer's history. I feel like we need to book it now. We've had our fill. Hang. Definitely had our fill. Well, this has been wild. Yeah, I got to the point where eventually Draco started showing up, and I was like, oh jeez. Oh jeez, oh no, oh come on. That was bad. And I think Mortimer lasted another turn before he popped here. Alas, some things just don't come naturally. We're almost free of this. We are almost free of sin. Nice. And your speed's looking a little sus though, so I give you that speed bonus, but you're doing me dirty here. Ryan on the other hand, he knows what's up. Hit him once. And again. Now everyone clap your hands if you believe. And we're done. Away you go, kids. Yeah, I was. Oh man, I was almost night and day compared to the previous recording. Almost. I still didn't lose anyone. I got real close. Amy had to proc Miracle, but still no deaths technically. By the way, pour one out for Mortimer's crew. They gave it their all, and they got butchered in response. Yeah, this was a good map. This was a decent way to this was a decent way to use this really weirdly designed map that I had. So good on you, BB Hood, for making the most of something so hing worthy. So I only have two major criticisms for this map, but one of them is just kind of a nitpick at this point because it went so much better for me because I played on the second time through. The enemy pressure is great, real good, but I feel like it could be taken back like a stage or two, just a little bit. Especially if you really wanted to give Julie and Josh some experience, because they're not gonna get a whole lot at all if they're just gonna gun it for the ship, and they just go unchallenged towards it. And the only other genuine criticism is the whole using the crew to fend off the enemy. It's like, it's good, it's fine. I'm not super against using two NPC factions to fight one another, but I know a lot of people who are, and they might be a lot more critical about this than I will. So it's just something to keep in mind with the advice I mentioned earlier. Is like, if you're gonna do a non-NPC faction battle, keep it simple. Or if the engine will be able to support a good means to fast forward through it, then it will do it. Okay, I am really looking forward to the next chapter because oh man, there's so much that happens in the next map. It actually had me giddy. So thanks a lot for coming, everybody, or watching. If you liked this, please leave a comment below if you had any suggestions for the map, inquiries about me or the characters, or just want to tell me to shut up. I'll catch you guys next time.